Hey guys, McKenna Halls here. So today I'm gonna dive into sales versus college. This is a hard decision that I feel like a lot of people are in right now, especially the way that our world is changing. There's a lot of great opportunities outside of getting a college degree. And so I went through this own decision-making process several years ago. So I was going to school. It was kind of a no-brainer for me to go to school, to be honest, because I was on a college scholarship for academics. And so all of my school was paid for. So the financial burden, it just wasn't there for me. I was also going to school because at the time I was going to school to be a nurse. And that was the best career path for me that I could see. And I think being a nurse is an honorable career. We need incredible nurses. I have several family members that crush as nurses and are absolutely amazing. And so it's still something that I'm very passionate about, the human body and health and anatomy and physiology. But I was going to school so that I could be a nurse and then get my bachelor's degree in nursing and then hopefully become a nurse practitioner. I wanted to have a little bit more autonomy of not necessarily working underneath someone that like controlled everything for me 24/7. And so I was going to school for that. And then I came to the point in my career adaptive that I was working like 60 to 70 hours a week training and hiring sales reps and focusing on building my organization. And as I was building and still going to school, I just looked at my overall goals of where I wanted to be. And the end goal for me for both of these options was that at the end of the day, after grinding for 5 to 6 years, I could be at home with my family when I wanted to be at home. I could do what I wanted to and be able to scale, and then I could make a really good income. And with both of these options, I could do it with the nursing career. It would take longer because I would have to finish my bachelor's degree. Then I'd have to go on and get more licensing, which costs a lot of extra money. And then I still wouldn't really be able to control my time. Like I'd probably have to work a night shift if I wanted to do it. But with sales, it got me to where it was completely in my court, to where I had all of the resources. And as long as I used my resources correctly, in 5 to 6 years, by the time I wanted to have a kid and start a family, then I could be off the doors. I could create my own schedule. I could work from home. I could completely block off my schedule if I needed to, or open it up if I needed to. And so when it came down to it, what helped me in making my decision was, is school getting in the way of me reaching the goals that I have within about 5 years? And at the time that was the case. I was having to choose between studying for an exam, which I eventually switched my degree to accounting to sync up a little bit better with sales. But I was having to choose between studying for my accounting exam or taking a recruiting or training meeting. And so these two things were working against each other. I wasn't 100% effective in my schooling, and I also wasn't being 100% effective in my sales career. And so I literally had 1 year left of school to finish my degree, and I actually put it on pause, knowing that a bachelor's degree and education is incredibly valuable because it will never hurt you. It's actually on my bucket list to actually finish my bachelor's degree at some point in my life when it makes sense, and right now it just doesn't. But that was hurting me at the time because I could see myself actually getting off of the doors in a couple of years and reaching my ultimate goals that I really had. And so if you're in that situation, I do think it's important to look at, number one, your schedule and your availability. Like, are you in school and you still have plenty of time to do school, and you still have plenty of time to do your hiring meetings or to build your business or whatever you're wanting to do? If you still have time to do both of those things effectively, well, then do both when you can, right? I did that for 2.5, 3 years while I still did school, and I still built my sales organization because I could do it. I got all the education that I possibly could. But if you're to the point where you're truly having to sacrifice one in order to do the other, and therefore sacrificing both, that's probably when it makes sense to make a decision of where you're gonna go all in. There is a book that's called The One Thing. It's one of my favorite books because it's really simple, and it was one of the first books that I read after getting into sales. And what it talks about is choosing one career path and focusing on that career path for a long time. And the reason why is because the grass is greener where you water it. It's not greener somewhere else. And so if you're always trying to juggle multiple things, or you're not staying consistent in one area for a really long time, you're never going to be successful and reach your goals. So fast forward now, 7 years later, I've made it my goal to just basically get a bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degree in sales and communication and high performance. And so now I do have that lifestyle that I want. You know, we've been able to start a family. I work from home. I have a nanny that comes into my home just a few days a week. And I'm still there and present when I need to be, but I can still have a significant income while having significant impact in the sales organization. And so hopefully this video has helped you to know if you're trying to decide to continue on in college or to build something outside of that. If it has been helpful, like, share, and comment.